What's going on, guys? It is Superspan here. Today we're going to be doing a video on why I strongly believe that Vince Carter is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, turn on that post notification bell, and please share this video, and let's get right into it. The legend of half-man, half-amazing Vince Carter began in the early to mid-90s, where you could already tell right out of the gate the fans just loved his emphatic jams, his scoring ability. Everybody loved this guy. Would come to see him play like this was an NBA game. Vince Carter is one of the most highly sought-after prospects, especially of his generation, looking like he's NBA ready right out of the gate. Vince Carter also won his team their very first state title. But oddly enough, this wasn't even the most impressive thing in Vince Carter's early high school career, because he went up against Paul Pierce, a future NBA legend, in the 1995 McDonald's All-American Slam Dunk Contest, where he smoked the competition with his electrifying dunks, tearing the crowd apart. It was just insane. Everybody knew this guy's name after this dunk contest. Vince Carter would then go on to be drafted 5th overall by the Golden State Warriors in the 1998 NBA draft. Of course, them being traded to the Toronto Raptors, where Vince would average 18.3 points per game as a rookie, be named to the All-Rookie NBA team, and obviously is a legend in Toronto. Of course, Vince Carter will always be known as Air Canada. This guy was just loved by this team. I'm telling you, he obviously grew into stardom, was a megastar in Toronto, their first true superstar, I would say. And I would venture to guess that even if you asked Raptors fans now, I mean, they might even say that Vince Carter was their best player of all time. I know they had Kawhi Leonard last year, who won them an NBA championship, which unfortunately Vince Carter was never able to do for the Raptor faithful. Nonetheless, though, I really do feel like they would say he's their best player of all time, because just look at the things he was able to do with them. Yeah, he didn't win a championship, but he still is an Olympic gold medalist. He's averaged 18 points per game or more 12 times in his NBA career. A lot of people don't really know that, because they might think of him as this injury-prone guy who has been on 8 different teams, practically been a journeyman. But Vince Carter is a legendary scorer. Obviously, we know him for his dunks. But Vince Carter is more than just a dunker. He's a legendary scorer overall. I mean, seriously, still one of the most impressive players in the league. Even to this day, Vince Carter is a god amongst men. So we're going to be moving on to by far the most impressive dunk contest performance we have ever seen by any NBA player. The 2000 dunk contest, where Vince Carter, we all know, he killed it. I mean, this guy, he couldn't have put on a more impressive performance, doing insane windmill dunks, the honey pot, lobs from his cousin, Tracy McGrady. I mean, this is easily the most entertaining dunk contest of all time. I'd say second is probably Zach LaVine versus Aaron Gordon, but you know, Vince Carter really put the dunk contest back on the map, especially after this performance. Everybody knew his name. Not to mention, this was done in a Toronto Raptors uniform. Still a very legendary performance, but you know, it wasn't all that great in Toronto. About 4 years later, Vince Carter would be traded after reportedly giving up on the Toronto Raptors. Vince Carter was, of course, traded to the New Jersey Nets, where he had an interesting career. He spent 5 years with them. Never really eclipsed 20 points per game, except for his very first season, where he started off averaging 27 points per game. And his first game against the Toronto Raptors, he actually scored, I believe, 39 points, which, I mean, was a very good feeling, I'm sure, for him, because all the fans were wearing bibs, calling him a baby and all that sort of stuff. But nonetheless, I mean, Vince Carter really showed out in this game. And I mean, in 5 years with the New Jersey Nets, he did have a solid career, averaging 19, 18 points per game most of its time there. But I really guarantee you, no game felt better than this when he went to Toronto and scored 39 against a team that literally just traded him. But his most impressive performance, in my opinion, with the New Jersey Nets was this one against the Miami Heat, where he would drop 51 points. You look at the highlights throughout this entire game, he was just putting up circus shots, making the most impressive shots because, again, half man, half amazing. This guy will not quit. Even after developing patellar tendonitis, aka jumper's knee, in 2001 and 2002, Vince Carter was starting to be known as more of an injury-prone type player, but still an incredible player nonetheless. Vince Carter and Jason Kidd would quickly become one of the most entertaining duos in the NBA. Vince Carter still proving to the Toronto Raptors that they messed up by trading him. Again, I know he gave up on them, but that's besides the point. Vince Carter was still a beast in New Jersey, and anybody who says otherwise, I mean, clearly did not watch this guy play. I had some very impressive moments with the New Jersey Nets. Not to mention, I mean, those jerseys were kind of cool. I know they're kind of bland looking, but you know, I think they look pretty cool, especially him and Jason Kidd running together. They really just made the New Jersey Nets fun to watch, especially against the Miami Heat here. Vince Carter's second time scoring 51. That's an impressive number to me. I mean, hey, I'm no statistician, but I think that's, you know, that's pretty good. You know, I mean, I can't even count that high, to be honest, so it must be a good number. But obviously, the New Jersey Nets would go on to beat the Miami Heat here with Vince Carter's insane 51-point effort, tied his career high. So, I mean, Vince Carter's career with the New Jersey Nets, albeit not as impressive as it was with the Toronto Raptors, still, he was insane for the New Jersey Nets. It was a lot of fun to watch with him and Kidd. But since then, Vince Carter has been on 6 different NBA teams, the Orlando Magic, Phoenix Suns, Dallas Mavericks, Grizzlies, Kings, and recently the Atlanta Hawks, where he has actually been doing pretty good, providing some much-needed veteran leadership for a young and up-and-coming Atlanta squad. Recently scoring 17 points against the New York Knicks, Vince Carter's three-point shot is still pretty dang good, actually. I mean, you see him pulling up from really deep range, knocking down threes in people's face. Vince Carter still getting the job done. You can't take this away from him. Vince Carter has had a really good career where he's averaged 17 points throughout his entire career altogether, 22 seasons, the most ever by any NBA player, the 2000 dunk champion. Vince Carter is obviously known as the best dunker of all time. I don't think anybody's going to be nearly as electrifying as him. Vince Carter is a beast. I really wanted the Bulls to get him personally, but, you know, I think he's still a really good fit with Atlanta, with Kevin Huerter and Trae Young still developing. He can really teach them some stuff. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully you had a lot of fun watching it because I know I had a lot of fun making it for you. Please like and subscribe, turn on that post notification bell, and comment what is your favorite Vince Carter moment throughout his entire career. Mine personally is when he dunked over that dude in the 2000 Olympics. I mean, that was just insane. Hopefully that guy didn't quit after that. I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.